She texted me at exactly 10:37 a.m. "I moved $900,000 from your offshore account to fund my startup. You're welcome." I stared at the screen for a good 5 seconds before I started laughing. I replied, "Impressive move, Claire, except that account belongs to the Department of Homeland Security." 10 minutes later, 6 federal agents were already on their way to her office. "My name's Ethan Cole, 51 years old, co-founder of a tech consulting firm in Dallas, Texas. I've been running the company for over a decade. My business partner, Claire Summers, 46, was brilliant, bold, and apparently completely insane. Because that text wasn't just arrogance, it was a written confession of a federal crime. The wild part? She thought she'd outsmarted me. That message popped up while I was sitting with my CFO, David, going through quarterly reports. He noticed my smirk. "Good news?" he asked. I handed him the phone. His jaw dropped. She didn't. "Oh, she did," I said. "From the Homeland Honeypot account." David blinked. "The one the Feds set up?" "Exactly. 6 months ago, our firm noticed missing funds from government contracts, little discrepancies no one could explain. Homeland Security stepped in quietly, suspecting someone inside our company. They asked me to create a fake offshore account that looked dirty, like it was hiding skimmed cash. They filled it with $900,000 in traceable funds. The plan was simple: wait and see who took the bait. And Claire Summers, she just bit down hard. I texted Special Agent Carter. "Your fish took the hook." Carter replied instantly, "We're on it. Don't contact her again." I didn't, but I sure wanted to. Claire had been pushing for a buyout for months, convinced I was hiding money offshore. When I refused, she threatened lawsuits, told me I'd regret making her my enemy. She even hired some wannabe PI who found the honeypot account's fake trail. She thought she'd uncovered my secret stash. And in her twisted mind, she decided she deserved it. She probably thought I'd stay quiet, terrified of being exposed. Except the account wasn't illegal, it was a government trap. And she just walked right into it with her fingerprints, her logins, and her digital signature. By lunchtime, Agent Carter confirmed. "Funds withdrawn. Target identified. Surveillance active." That night, I poured myself a drink, sat back, and thought, this was going to be one for the books. 3 days later, I walked into the office, and guess who was there? Claire, wearing a designer suit, grinning like she owned the place. "Ethan," she said, "I'm transitioning to pursue my own venture. I wanted to say goodbye properly." She'd thrown herself a farewell party using company funds, catering, decorations, the whole thing. She even told everyone Ethan's been so supportive. "We've agreed to a very generous severance." I just smiled. The FBI had told me to act normal, so I did. She even tried taking her office furniture, claiming it was part of her exit package. She didn't know that every move she made was being recorded. Saturday morning, she sent a company-wide email announcing her new consulting agency, claiming she'd uncovered financial irregularities at our firm and was leaving for ethical reasons. Then she started messaging clients, pitching herself as the honest alternative to me. I couldn't even be mad. It was just that ridiculous. By Sunday, she was on social media flaunting her new life. Photos at a Tesla dealership, hashtags like "boss woman, chew her new beginnings." The car? Bought with stolen Homeland funds. Then came Monday morning, the day she lost her mind completely. She sent movers to my office to take the conference table, the espresso machine, and even my personal artwork. When I told the movers they couldn't take a thing, Claire called me screaming. "We had a deal, Ethan. Don't back out now." "Sure, Claire," I said calmly. "Send the proof." She hung up and had her lawyer email me a cease and desist order, claiming I was harassing her and threatening her new business. She demanded I transfer several patents under her name, patents owned entirely by the company. Her lawyer added she'd file a whistleblower complaint if I didn't comply within 48 hours. I forwarded the whole thing to Agent Carter. He replied, "She's building her own indictment file. Let her cook." 2 days later, she posted a LinkedIn announcement. "Excited to host the first board meeting for my new firm this Thursday at the Phoenix Tower downtown." She even included the address. I swear, sometimes karma doesn't need help. It just shows up wearing a badge. Thursday night, I stayed home with popcorn while the feds streamed the feed. Claire had invited investors, clients, even a local business news crew to cover her launch. She strutted across the stage, mid-speech, bragging about her journey as a female leader breaking barriers, when 6 agents in Homeland windbreakers stormed in. "Claire Summers, you're under arrest for wire fraud, theft of government property, and cyber intrusion." The live stream captured everything: her shocked face, her attempt to run in heels, her fall, and her arrest in front of every person she'd tried to impress. The next morning, the headline read, "Local businesswoman arrested for stealing federal funds during launch party." And the best part? The clip went viral. Her followers called it the most dramatic soft launch in history. But the story didn't end there. Claire's sister, Hannah, called me a few days later. "Ethan, this is all a misunderstanding. Claire told me you set her up." "If by set up, you mean she found a fake federal account and stole from it." "Sure." "You tricked her," she shouted. "That's entrapment." "No," I said, "that's consequences." Then her husband emailed me, offering to mediate for $25,000. I sent it straight to Carter. The following week, Claire called me from jail. Collect call. I didn't answer the first few times, but curiosity got the better of me. "Ethan," she said, voice shaking, "I didn't mean to steal federal money. I thought it was yours." "You thought wrong. You ruined my life." "You did that when you stole $900,000? You should have warned me. That would defeat the purpose." She hung up on me, but the calls kept coming. Voicemails about how I owed her, how I should drop the charges. "Lady, I couldn't drop them if I wanted to. Homeland Security was running the show now." A week later, Hannah started a GoFundMe titled "Help Claire Fight Corporate Corruption." It raised $2,200 before being taken down for fraud. Then her mother, Evelyn, showed up at my office. She was in her 70s, furious. "You destroyed my daughter's career. Your daughter stole government money. You tricked her." "No, she tricked herself. You should be ashamed." "Actually," I said, "I'm kind of proud." Security had to escort her out after she threatened to sue me for emotional damage. The company, meanwhile, was thriving. Our clients were so horrified by Claire's arrest that they doubled their contracts with us. Homeland even sent a letter commending our cooperation. Carter called me later, laughing. "She's facing 7 years minimum, maybe more. And get this, we found evidence she's been skimming small amounts from contracts for 2 years. Your fake account just caught the thief we were already chasing." A month later, Claire's luxury Tesla was found abandoned behind a storage unit in Oklahoma. She'd given it to a friend to keep safe. That friend's now under investigation for receiving stolen property. Karma's got great aim. At sentencing, Claire tried to pull the sympathy card. She gave a whole speech about being a victim of systemic bias against women in leadership. The judge, a woman, was not amused. "Miss Summers," she said, "you stole federal funds, attempted to extort your partner, and misled investors. This isn't bias. This is accountability." Claire got 6 years in prison, plus restitution totaling $1.5 million. The courtroom was silent until her sister yelled, "This isn't over!" 2 days later, Hannah sent me an invoice for emotional distress. $3 million. My lawyer framed the response letter. It was poetry. Then her husband tried to buy Claire's shares of the company for $1. His logic? "She's a convicted felon. I'm doing you a favor." We declined. The internet had a field day when someone turned Claire's mugshot into a meme. Caption: "When you steal from Homeland Security thinking it's your partner's rainy day fund." It spread across LinkedIn, TikTok, everywhere. Her followers vanished overnight. Evelyn started a blog called Justice for Claire. She posts daily conspiracy rants about how I'm part of a secret government agenda. She's got 8 readers, all family. She still emails me from new accounts every week. But me, I'm good. The business is booming, my reputation's clean, and we just landed 2 new federal contracts. Agent Carter even sent me a bottle of whiskey with a note, "To the easiest conviction of my career." Every time I take a sip, I think about that text. "I moved $900,000 from your secret account." It still makes me laugh. Because sometimes karma doesn't come quietly. Sometimes it wears a badge, kicks down a door, and live streams justice in HD. And that's not revenge. That's poetic consequence. If you enjoyed this story, hit that like button, share it with someone who loves real-life karma, and subscribe for more insane true stories every week. Because trust me, This isn't the last time someone tries to outsmart karma and ends up going viral for all the wrong reasons.